Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's question and answer session with Michael Antonio, Ryan Fredericks, and Craig Dawson, presented by the West Ham United gaming partner, UFL. Thank you for watching. I'm Mitch Wadden. I'll be your host for today's Q&A session. Looking forward to getting in your questions for our three players today. So, waiting patiently, ready, eager to answer your questions. We've got Michael, Ryan, and Craig. Guys, how are you doing today?
Good, thanks. All good.
So, guys, the way this is going to work today, we've got a selection of the best questions put to us through fans on Twitter that have been submitted to UFL. So I'll run through the questions. I'll ask you each for an answer. And let's jump straight in. Ryan, we'll start with the first one for you. Can you please explain, this is for each of you, so get thinking, guys. Can you explain how it feels to score a goal in front of the West Ham United fans?
I haven't done it very often. That's good. Yeah, it's not really my job to score goals, but when I have done, it's a buzz. It's a loud stadium when the fans get going and that, so yeah, it's good.
Craig, you've scored some important goals this season. I'm thinking about the Lyon game just off the top of my head. The fans were buzzing with that.
Yeah, it's always nice to chip in with the goals when you can as a defender. That's massively important. To score in front of the fans is massive.
Mickey, in the Premier League, no West Ham player has got to do it more than you. That must be a real proud point for yourself.
Yeah, I'm buzzing, to be fair. It's one of the things where when I first signed here, I didn't even know what the highest goal scorer was. So to be able to achieve it is amazing. Hopefully I can score some more goals and make it so no one can catch me, basically.
Keep putting them in and make that record unobtainable.
Yeah, I do need to keep back in.
Mick, starting with you for this one, what's the favourite match you played in during your career?
It's going to have to be the Seville game at home, second leg. It's between that or the last game at the Bowling Ground. I'm going to say the Seville game, to be fair. That's picked it right now for me. It was amazing. The atmosphere, everything about it was just unbelievable.
Craig, same question?
Exactly the same answer. The Seville game was special. Lyon away was great, but to do it at home in the Seville game was extra special. The atmosphere was unbelievable.
And Ryan, complete the trio.
I'd like to say the same as Seville, but I only played the last 10 minutes, so can't say that one. But probably when we beat Spurs, the first team to beat Spurs at their new ground. I think we were struggling a little bit at the time as well, so yeah, probably that.
I think that was Mick's goal as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and celebration.
Yeah. What's that?
This season's been incredible. So many great moments. I imagine the answer will come from this season for this question. But for each of you, what's been your best moment at the club?
My best moment is becoming the all-time Premier League goal scorer for West Ham this season.
Oh my God. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Craig, the Lyon's goal got to be up there, hasn't it?
Yeah, that was a big goal. Just to be fair, just playing and doing so well for the club is massive for me. But like you said, the Lyon goals was an important one.
How about yourself, Ryan?
Unbelievable.
Mine probably my debut, even though we didn't win the game, but it's everybody's dream to play in the Premier League, so walking out the first time probably that.
Superb.
Yours is one of the naturals. Just playing for the club. Why? It's a great achievement. Just play. It is.
Yeah. Craig's happy, mate. He's happy to be here.
Yeah.
You think it's in and out or what?
I hope so.
Oh
my gosh. Anyway, next question. Craig, we'll start with you. Have you tried jellied eels before?
No, definitely.
Any
not.
interest in trying them?
No.
How about yourself, Ryan?
No, that's not for me, man.
You've not been talked into it by anyone at the club?
No. I've been for playing match and stuff like that back in the day, before I was at the club, but no, never gone for jelly deals, man.
Mick, I'm sure you've had a jelly deal.
They tried to give me a jelly deal, and I didn't try it.
Was that one of our appearances?
Yeah, the snack was, and you know what? I failed because that would never touch my lips.
Was there how did that work? Was there a forfeit attached to not doing it, or was it just not happening?
It was just not happening.
Right.
And if there was a forfeit, it probably wouldn't happen either.
Well, Mick, the next question's specific for you. How do you feel about all the success you have had and the club has had in the last couple of seasons?
Obviously, it's a great achievement for the club. I've been there for 5-7 years now. It's my 7th season, and 4 out of the 7 seasons, we've always been in the relegation battle. So to be comfortable this way in the season, to be pushing for top 4, I would never have dreamed it, to be fair. So to be in this moment right now, just really enjoying it, it's a dream come true, basically.
Mick, as you say, you've been here for 7 seasons now. You signed, I think it was on deadline day of that transfer window. What was going through your head as you signed for West Ham?
That I finally got to the promised land, basically, because obviously I always worked my way up from non-league, and there was a couple of opportunities where people were sniffing around me, while they were saying, it just didn't come to.
Mm-hmm.
So now it actually happened. I was just over the moon, and hopefully I could stamp my feet on the ground and get things going, and hopefully be in the Premier League from time on. But to last 7 years now, it's an amazing feeling.
Ryan, when you signed for the club, it was the start of what was supposed to be a start of a brand new era for West Ham. What was going on in your head with joining West Ham when you did?
It's just obviously another step in my career. That makes it obviously coming up through the leagues, and then when you finally get your chance to play in the Premier League, it's just another step. Obviously, come from Fulham, so join a bigger club. It was just it was a step in the right direction.
Ryan, who is the toughest team you've ever played against?
Probably City. A couple of years back, when they still had like Silva and Aguero, and them boys. You don't see the ball for 8% of the game, and it feels like they can score at any moment in time. So probably them.
Mick, how about you?
Yeah, City. Definitely City, to be fair. Especially in the beginning seasons, we lost 4-0.
Craig, the last couple of years in the Premier League, it has seemed to be City and Liverpool right at the very top of it, and in world football. Do you guys feel that on the pitch?
Yeah, they're obviously 2 top teams doing so well in all competitions. So yeah, I think so. They are the strongest teams, but teams that you love to face and challenge yourself against.
Ryan,
I don't like playing. I'm going to put it out there. I don't like playing them. Like Liverpool, I don't mind playing Liverpool because you get opportunities. City, I don't like playing them.
Just because they keep the ball so much?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
All right.
So our next question is about your motivations to playing football. Craig, I'm going to start with you on this one because I think I'm right in saying you could have played cricket, couldn't you?
Yeah, well, I had a few trials, but football was always number one. Something I probably didn't think I was going to get the opportunity to do, but found a way to get into the league in the end.
Mick, how about yourself? Motivations for wanting to be a footballer?
To be fair, I just love the game, to be fair. It was always a hobby for me. I never really watched football. I'm a person that just loved playing it as a hobby. So I'll say just the love of the game brought me into football more than anything else.
Ryan, I imagine your answers are in a similar vein.
Yeah, just as a kid, everyone plays football, didn't you? But when you're really young, like playing at 10, 12, you don't really have of course you want to play at a high level, but you're just playing for the fun of it. And then once you start to realise you're half decent and you move up through academies and youth teams and under 21s and stuff like that, you think, oh yeah, I got a chance of actually.
Talking about yourself here, because none of us did that. We were non-league boys. So, yeah. We didn't have the stages to think, oh, you're actually half decent. You had to go work.
Ryan, you've isolated yourself, mate.
Yeah, well, obviously, when you're young and you see all the first team players, you're like, yeah, that's what I want to emulate and play in the same league as them boys. And luckily enough, it's happened.
Perfect. So get your thinking caps on, lads, for this question. If you could sign one player, past or present, to play for West Ham, who would it be? Go on, Mick. Who would you pick?
Messi.
You'd like to be in the same team as Messi?
Yeah.
How do you think it would work? Would you do the hard work for him, or?
Ain't gonna run the channel for us, is he?
What he does? What he can't work? No. Why do I have to do the hard work?
Just asking.
Am I just a grafter? Okay, just a grafter. That's all I do. And
not at all.
Team, no. I don't understand. Can you elaborate on your question?
No. Craig, how about you?
Completely
move on.
I would say Ronaldo.
Oh, okay.
Just to give
make me lose my job, yeah.
Yeah, just to give mixed competition.
Ryan, complete the trio.
I'm also dropping Mick. I'd go for Henry.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's a favourite player of all time for me. Watching him as a kid growing up on the Invincibles. So yeah.
What a player.
I'd stick Nick out wide instead.
Long to keep my shirt.
Yeah.
Mick, how have you found representing Jamaica on the international stage?
I've really enjoyed it, but obviously I didn't get the call up. They want me. But now I love it, and yeah, hopefully I can do it for a couple more years.
Fantastic. So, Craig, do you prefer a Saturday game or a Sunday game?
Play Saturdays anymore, do we?
Thursday, Sunday.
No, it's old school now, really, isn't it? To play on a Saturday at 3:00. It's very few and far between. So yeah, we're probably used to Sunday games now.
What do you prefer?
I'd probably play Saturday.
Saturday, 12:00.
Early kickoff. How about you, Ryan?
Yeah, what Mick said, spot on. Gives you the whole day, then it's after the game to.
What time's the pre-match meal for a 12:00 kickoff on a Saturday?
8:30, 9:00.
Oh, so is that your pastas and chickens, your rice at 8:30 in the morning?
Yeah. Your beans on toast.
Nice. Ryan, what do you like doing in your spare time away from football?
Not much really. We don't get a lot of spare time, if I'm honest. With obviously all the games we've got, when you get spare time, you're probably half asleep. Just chilling out, really.
Yeah. What about you, Craig?
Yeah, the same as Ryan, really. Any time off, it'll be with the family.
And Mick, for you?
Netflix and chill.
Okay. Mick, what is the best goal you've ever scored?
Don't have to go for Jamaica. 40 yards, screamer. 40 yards. Don't have video up, mate.
Yeah, man. 31st goal for us, what?
Yeah, don't worry, we're finishing up now.
Only a couple more to go. Craig, is it? Well, we've talked about the Leon goal a couple of times. Is that your best goal you've ever scored, or is there another one that comes to mind?
Can't be a header.
Yeah, they're all headers.
All your goals headers. I remember kick Watford.
You don't rank it?
Sides. Which side? It's
Oh,
not really
seasons.
okay.
Yeah, no, I think Liam Goal's got to be up there for importance, really. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Ryan, for yourself?
I can't remember who it was again. It was in a cup. West Ham. Smashing the top bins.
Straight across goal.
Yeah, straight across goal. Yeah.
Okay. Last couple of questions, guys. Craig, who was your footballing idol?
Anyone can head the ball.
Steve Bruce.
Steve Bruce, yeah, no.
How about yourself, mate?
Idols were, I had 5 and they're all equal.
Okay.
R9, Ronaldinho, Thierry Henry, what's his name? Ian Wright. Oh, sorry, Ian Wright. And Beckham.
And Ryan, for yourself, was it Henri?
Henry, mate, yeah. Henry and Patrick Vieira, the two boys.
And then the very last question is for you, Craig, and it simply is asking if you can name a game where you didn't end up with a bloody nose.
At the moment, yeah, no, it's difficult to remember. Yeah, part and parcel of the game, I guess.
Part of the role you play.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't mind it being the other centre half every now and again.
To be fair, I think it might. It's probably close between you and Thomas for the most bloody noses and cut heads.
It's got to be worse for me, surely.
Ballon d'Ors.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for the questions. That's all your questions for today. Just before we end the session, guys, UFL are giving away a West Ham scarf to the fan that asked the best question. So between the three of you, is there a particular question we've asked today that really stands out as a good question?
What's best goal?
Happy with that, lads?
Yeah.
There we are then. We'll go with the best goal one, best question. West Ham United scarf is on its way to you, courtesy of UFL. Hope you've enjoyed the session today. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our partners, UFL, once again, and have a very good day.
Thank you.